write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L O G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Well, hello there, family, and welcome to yet another edition of Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. Today is Tuesday, April 4th. Do you believe it? Because I know I don't. I don't believe it. I am your host, Carol Riddick. So I want to take this time to extend my gratitude to each and every one of you for spending your time, your energy, and your attention with me. You are so appreciated, and I need you to know that. The love that you demonstrate on and off of the show means more to me than I can ever express. So thank you for the pleasure and for the privilege. And as always, for those of you whose light is just a little dim today, because you know, we all have those days, just know that I am sending you all the love and hugs that you can handle. I'm sending it to each and every one of you. So listen, we have some amazing guests tonight. Amazing. Okay. And I strongly encourage you to call in and talk with us. Okay. Because that's what we do. You can do so by dialing 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. And if you leave us a comment on our socials, I promise that I will do my best to read it on the air. Hey there, Raphael. Thank you for joining us. See that? See how easy that was? Thank you for joining us. And if you're interested with connecting with me on social media, you can do so by reaching me on IG at Carol_Riddick and on Facebook at CarolRiddick.vocalist. Okay, listen, I don't want to take up all the time, okay, because it goes by so quickly. So let's just dive in. I'd like to introduce you to our first guests this evening. They are co-owners of Between Just Friends. I just renamed that, and that's terrible because that's not the name of the boutique. But I'm so excited that they're here. The name of the boutique is Between Friends Boutique. Okay, let me calm down. Y'all know how I am. I'm always on 10. It's so difficult to calm me down. In any event, one of the co-owners is a retired healthcare professional from one of the largest healthcare systems, as well as former chief of staff for the school district of Philadelphia and Chester Upland. She is currently chief of staff for the Chester Upland School District as a consultant. And her business partner is the current assistant principal in the Philadelphia School District and is a former student disciplinary hearing officer. Family, I would like you to meet none other than CLAUDIA Averette and ATIYA Smith. Hey, ladies.
Hey,
Hello.
How are you all?
fantastic.
It is such a joy and a pleasure to have you here with us. I cannot express to you how happy that I was when they told me, yeah, they're available. They can come. They can come. So thank you once again for coming.
Amen.
I mean, I want to know all about everything. Okay. First of all, family, you all know my passion and love for our babies. So to know that the two of you have a background in education and our school system, what Claudia, you already know.
That's right.
I know Claudia. So, you know, that means the world to me. Please tell us a little about the both of you individually before we talk about anything that you're doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. ATIYA.
Well, I mean, how I became an assistant principal was a journey for myself because, for one, I was not interested in education as a career, but it found me, and I actually love it. This will be my 10th year next school year for the Philadelphia Virtual Academy, and I have been with that school since the existence of the program in 2013-14 school year. So I'm excited that I hung in there for 10 school years. And we have grades 6 through 12, but it's been a journey and I like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's interesting that ATIYA would start off there about, well, I didn't always have a love for it. ATIYA was one of those children of ours that didn't always have a love for school. What she didn't know is that God would have it that she would end up being an educator and being able to pour back into our young people what she needed to be poured into her. And that was to have a love for education, a love for learning. And it's probably one of the best educators that I know of that's out there. So I feel proud to know that every day when she go in that building, that our children are getting the best that she has to give.
I love that. One thing I did not say in the intro, I did not let our other family members know that the two of you are related. We are talking with none other than mother and daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that you said it, because I said, okay, well, I'm not sure. I neglected to ask prior if we were just talking about business partners, but this is a family thing.
That's right.
This is a family affair. And you're talking about across the board, education, you're talking about the boutique. I love that.
Absolutely. And it's interesting because as we start to become more seasoned in life, and they often say, children take on the role of the parents. What's interesting is this journey, as ATIYA calls it, actually was a journey that she put me on a path of. We prayed for it, we prayed on it, and I still was kicking and screaming and saying, I don't need no brick and mortar. We were doing pop-ups all around the city and enjoying women enjoy themselves being beautiful, coming in and shopping. And ATIYA said, Mom, we have to get a brick and mortar. People are calling us. When are you going to be again? When are you going to pop up? We need our own. And thanks to her passion and compassion, and I guess just saying, Mom, listen to me, right? Listen to me.
I'm listening to you. You know what the craziest thing to me is right now is that for all the years that I've known you, I had no idea that the two of you had a pop-up. I had I said, well, how did I miss all of the pop-ups? How did I miss that?
You be here, you be there, you be traveling the world and singing the Downings of the world and all those top stars. I love it. So when we got the call that you were interested in having us, let me just say, it was a pause. We just said, literally, I called ATIYA and said, you're never going to believe this. My girlfriend, Carol Riddick, that I always talk about? I said, she's invited us to her show. I was so excited.
I'm so glad. Well, Claudia, you told me, when you two opened the boutique, you told me about the boutique. I've not gotten there, but I will. Okay. I will get there. But I am such a staunch supporter. Number one, I love supporting us, as you know, and family members, that I love to support us. And when we're doing positive things, I love to spotlight it. And I mean, come on now, mother and daughter making things happen, getting it done. First of all, you guys are running listen, you're helping to educate our babies, which we need. When you told me about the boutique, I said, oh, good. I'm so glad she's doing something that she loves. This is wonderful. She's going to rest and relax. And no. Oh my goodness. What in the heavens?
Yeah.
Because, I know there is no rest, number one, or relaxation with education and being an educator and the system itself. And quite honestly, there shouldn't be, because our babies need us.
That's right.
So I overstand that. And I accept it. I accept the charge, as you do. But you added another layer to life. You said, wait, not only am I going to make a little life change, I'm going to start a business. What?
Carol, thanks to ATIYA, thank you. She gave me that next layer.
She actually was already doing personal shopping for people.
True.
So in 2020, I'm like, Mom, it would be great if we just open up a boutique. She's like, what? What would that consist of? I'm like,
Wow.
well, we can start off with just pop-ups. Let's just do that. And we did that for a couple of years. And now I'm like, we carrying too much inventory. The demand is getting higher for us to keep having pop-ups. The venue is
Wow.
getting more expensive to keep having pop-ups. I'm like, let's just get a brick and mortar. Again, why? What would that look like? And then here we are, almost a year in.
Chestnut Hill. Who knew?
I'm
God
so
put us
okay.
on a path of a walking community across the street from one of the most popular restaurants. So we see you coming and going. Let me tell you something. Won't he do it?
Well, listen.
Yes.
Listen. Now, wait, you can't be so general and vague because our family members are going to want to come to the boutique. You can't just say Chestnut Hill across the street.
That's
I
right.
know.
That's right.
I know. But
Yes.
please tell our family
The
members where the
address.
boutique is located and across the street from which restaurant. Because
Yes.
I know. I know.
So we're at 7833 Germantown Avenue. Again, 7833 Germantown Avenue. And it is directly across the street from Sensen, which is an Asian restaurant, down the street from Staples, which is more of a quote unquote staple on Chestnut Hill that people kind of know, you know, as their landmark. Like we're literally right up the street from Staples. It's a great location, honestly. I mean, we're not as far up as a lot of the other boutiques, but it's great because as soon as you're entering into Chestnut Hill on Germantown Avenue, like we're right there. And like my mom said, we get them coming and going from Sensen. My aunt, who is our manager, you know, just thank God for her. We decided to get this brick and mortar at the time when she actually came back home from California. And so it was perfect for her to manage the actual boutique, but she will walk across Germantown Avenue and give out business cards and invite
I know
you
that's right.
when you finish with Sensen. No, come on over. And she was sitting at the door and catch you like, come on in.
I know that's right.
We literally coming and going.
Right.
But that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. You have
You know,
to do it. You know,
I
we
want to
love
take
people. You know, the spirit is there in the store when, you know, we don't have to say it for ourselves. People say it to us all the time. They say, you know, from the time we enter the door, we just feel it. We can feel the spirit. They say they look up 2 hours later, they're still there. Our price points are just unbelievable. And we were very intentional about that, Carol. Let me just say that when people hear the word boutique, they automatically assume expensive. We have the quality of boutiques. The environment is very personalized. As Atiya said, we're like personal shoppers just in a brick and mortar. When you come in, we want to hear from you. We want to know what you want. When you come back, we already have you sized that. We know what's going to look good on you. We say, just give us an opportunity to just outfit you. Even if you're stepping out of your comfort zone in colors, let's just try it on and see what it looks like. We are a boutique of color. We love color.
Yes.
Color to us just pops. And I mean, when you walk in, and you would love it. I mean, we have these.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
That are just amazing. And we have reversible silk coats. I mean, it just goes on and on. We just put out our white jeans. Atiya is a jean connoisseur. When they come in, they see our jeans, they just fall on the floor and say, oh my God, I love it. I love it. So we're very intentional about everything that we do because we look at it as us ourselves shopping and what we would want when we go into a boutique. And we're there to serve the entire time.
Well, you know, I must say, now I know Claudia, as I've told you, family very well. She is a woman of service. And I'm listening to you. Atiya, let me tell you what's most interesting about everything that you just said. You said, I fought it. And it's because of Atiya. Now we're talking about with fashion and with the store, with the boutique itself. And then on the other hand, with education, you said, okay, look, Atiya wasn't interested. She said it. I wasn't interested in school. It came full circle. I love that. I want to take a moment to address our family members who are joining us on our socials because you ladies, you beautiful ladies are getting so much love.
Amen.
Yes. Raphael Suleiman, as I did say earlier, he said hello. Gary Bryant is saying good evening to you lovely women. Michael Chip Gordon is saying, hey, with hearts and all. Craig Williams says good evening.
Yes, good evening.
I need to tell you what he said. He said, love these extraordinary ladies. He said, and they're helping my beautiful wife look even more sexy. Tell them Craig is sending them loads of love. Okay. I love that. I
Yes,
love that.
yes.
And Conchetta from Delaware. Oh my goodness, Conchetta is saying kudos, kudos, kudos. So thank you to our family members who are joining us on our socials. Family, if you have just tuned in, you're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURD radio.com. Why don't you join the conversation? I'm sure you want to talk to these extraordinary ladies. And you can do so by calling 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. So, ladies, I'm curious to know, where do you find the time to do anything with and for the boutique, and how do you find the time to spread so much love and to continue spreading this love while working in the education system?
Right.
Because there's so much love now, and I know, Claudia, because
That's right. Because
there's
we've
so much.
been giving love for years.
Yes, and I love it. I
That's
love it.
right.
I
That's
continue
right.
to do so. So I
Yeah.
know, but when you know,
That's right.
there's a lot of love that's
That's
needed
right.
in our system. Our babies need us, and sometimes, you can feel depleted. Sometimes, we talk about
That's right.
educators all the time.
Mhm.
How do you replenish enough to come to the boutique
That's
and
right.
give us love? How
That's
do you
right.
do that?
That actually replenishes me, because
Does
it's
it?
something that I enjoy doing. So it doesn't feel like another job. After I finish my 9 to 5 with the school district and my scheduled days off, look, let me reiterate
Yeah,
that. Scheduled days off is when I'm at the boutique. After I do that and take care of my 2 children, one being in the 8th grade and one is 6 years old, he's in 1st grade. I just actually, enjoy being at the boutique because I love fashion. I just love being in that atmosphere that we have created and just helping people, find what it is they're looking for. Sometimes they don't know. And for us to be able to build them an entire outfit, they come back and continue to shop with us. That's just pure joy for me. So
Yeah.
I love it.
I agree. It's a space of serenity.
Yeah.
For me, we have women that will come in and will pour their hearts out, and will tell us about things that are going on in their lives, and they're physically and mentally broken. And when they sit with us, we've prayed with women. But these are things, Carol, that's innate to us. We are Christians. It's what
I
we
know.
do. And we're serious when we say to people, we're going to pray with you and for you. And women will come in, they may need something for a funeral or for a happy occasion. It may be an anniversary, it may be a retirement, but again, we listen. We're real deliberate about listening to what people are looking for, what they want, colors that they're interested in. And then when we put them into a color that they never thought they'd put on, I just get excited. I'm just, yes.
Family, I can tell you, first of all, Atiya, you're talking about you have 2 kids and you've got babies. You've got babies.
Yes.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. She said, once I come home and then I get to my home job, because that's a home job when you have babies.
Yes.
And she said, and then on my days off from the district, not even from the home job, I go into the boutique. Okay, Atiya, I want to know
Because the children are with me on Saturdays.
See, that's why I said, listen, you're only off from the school job, not even the home job. So I need to know the name of the vitamins that you take, okay? Because I'm trying to tell you, listen, I know there's love in there, but there's some vitamins that I've never heard of in there too. Family, what I can tell you, what Claudia just said, what she just told you about the love that they demonstrate, it is real. Trust me and believe me when I tell you, because I have been a recipient. I've received the love, every Sunday when we would be in service and I see Claudia. And Claudia would come with that smile. When I tell you, that is unmatched. All right. She just lights up the room. So I'll tell you that. So if for no other reason, okay, even if you say, I don't know, I'm not looking for anything, you should go to the boutique just so you can see that smile. Okay. Because it's going to light up your day. So in the boutique, do we have both men and women's clothing? Do we have clothing for all ages? Or what's in the boutique?
So we do have some men items. We kind of focus on women's clothing.
Okay.
Some of our sizes start extra small, and we go as large as size 22, um,
Nice.
and 3X. So we do carry some men's items, such as men's socks that we've started to implement into the store. We have bow ties that we implemented this season,
I
as
love
well
it.
as some scarves that we did in the winter months. So we do have some items, and actually, we just had a gentleman find us, find our boutique on a day that we
He
were
found
closed.
us.
Yeah, he found us, and he was just driving down Chestnut Hill and
Excuse
called the
me.
number and asked, "Do we sell men's items?" And we happened to have socks that he was looking for, so we allowed him in on the day that we were closed, and he talked with us, shopped
Nice.
with us. So
You
that's what we
see,
do.
Right.
see what
So
I
it's not
mean? I'm
just
talking about the love. See
it's
what I
not just
mean?
women who
I'm
come in, right?
right. They're
Joe
men
said the medium
too.
share.
Yes.
He
Well, we
stayed at
already had
least
Craig
40,
said that
he
you
stayed at
you
least 45 minutes
you see what I mean?
sharing,
Okay.
sharing
See,
life experiences and said, these three beautiful women here have to be able to give me some advice.
you know
Young man,
what?
he was like,
On
I'm
that note,
struggling.
on that note, family, stay with us, okay? Because we're going to take a short break, but we will be right back. Stay with
Mhm.
us.
Struggling to pay your water or sewer bills? New Jersey's low income household water assistance program can help you avoid service disruptions, restore services, pay reconnection fees, and stay up to date on payments. Don't get shut off. Apply for the low income household water assistance program today. Call 211 or visit waterassistance.nj.gov.
Did you know Henry Ossawa Tanner, the first internationally known African American painter, lived and studied right here in Philadelphia? As the first Black student admitted to the prestigious Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts, Tanner broke barriers with his innovative moving paintings and influenced generations of artists around the world. To find out more about the efforts to preserve his legacy and North Philadelphia childhood home, visit thetannerhouse.org, a message from the Friends of the Tanner House. WURD Radio is the only African American owned and operated talk radio station in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and one of only 3 remaining in the country. In the past 20 years, WURD has evolved into a multimedia, multi-platform communications company that reaches deeply into the Black community through radio, events, digital, and social media. It is considered the go-to channel to engage, interact, and connect with Philadelphia's Black community. Our brand is built on the personal legacy of our founder, Walter P. Lomax Jr., MD. Dr. Lomax was a brilliant physician who established medical centers in underserved neighborhoods throughout Philadelphia to provide high-quality healthcare to Black and Brown communities for over 30 years. One of his most ambitious acquisitions was when he purchased WURD Radio. He understood the power of ownership and the power of independent media. Through WURD, he wanted to ensure that Philadelphia's Black community had the ability to speak and be heard in their own voice. We are celebrating 20 years of Black excellence. We are celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURD radio.com. We are joined by none other than co-owners of Between Friends Boutique, Claudia Averette and ATIYA Smith. We've been talking about life, just talking about a whole bunch of life. You hear me? It For those of you who are just tuning in, I met Claudia years ago. We would worship together every Sunday at Bright Hope Baptist Church. just to give you, just some backstory. 'Cause, you keep hearing me say, well, I've known Claudia, so I want you to know we've spent a lot of time
Yes.
worshiping together. So I know, I know her spirit. So when I tell you, when she said, okay, Carol, I'm opening a boutique, I said, well, I've got to come. Now, mind you, I haven't gotten there yet, but do know I will be there. Okay. I am coming. But it was so important to me to share with our family members, who you are. This new venture that you and Atiya have started, because again, I don't know if you missed it, but we're talking about a family affair here. We're talking about mother and daughter. What is it like working together in this capacity?
Wow. So, it's interesting because Atiya is a very serious, business-minded young lady, and I'm kind of the free spirit. I'm that marketing person. I'm that one when people come in, I'm just buzzing all around, helping to size you up, getting what you need. Atiya standing right there at the front at that register, just waiting for you to bring your purchases up front. She'll greet you with a smile, but she's always serious. So she says all the time, Mom, when you're not here at the store, we miss you, because there's nobody who buzz around here like you, who talk with everybody who comes in, who hugs everybody who comes in. See you later. Have a great day. I love you. It's like only you can do that, Mom. And that's true. I mean, so, it was great because when we sat down and really start putting pen to paper and really talking about what's the process, what does it look like, what do we need to do, Atiya had done so much research unbeknown to me. So she had already started applying for the different licenses and the names and this and that. And I mean, so when she started rolling it out, I was like in amazement. I was like, when did you do this? She said, Mom, I've been planning this for a long time. I was waiting for it to be our turn and our season. So all I had to do was just come with the energy, and we were ready to go. We shopped together, we respect each other. And I think that's part of it, Karen, when you said, what is it like? First and foremost, you have to have respect for each other. You have to be able to listen and to hear and respectfully be able to give your feedback, but not to discount what the other one is saying. And let's talk about it. What's the rationale behind why you want to do this, why you want to do that. And then we can stand back and say, so what do you think? We just switched the store over yesterday to our spring line. And we spent, I guess, almost 9 hours in there getting it done. Because again, when we walked out, we walked in, we walked out, we walked in. We want to see, where does it pop? Where do we need to put more color? Where do we need to put less color? Where do we need to move this, move that? And Atiya is like that. She has that eye for that. I just love color. So everywhere I see color, I'm happy. But we wanted to make sure that it flows seamlessly. And so we did that. And when we both left, we looked at each other and said, we did it.
I love that. I love that. Atiya, you said, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I see for us. And you put it in motion. Yes. You said, like, how long ago did the idea come to you that this is what you were going to do?
Well, prior to this boutique, I always wanted a jean boutique. I shopped at this jean boutique in Marlton, New Jersey, and they're not there anymore, but it always was very intriguing. Like, just to have all jeans. I love jeans. That was just my favorite thing. And like I said, my mom always helped people with their fashion sense, trying to get them situated with different outfits. She was kind of their personal shoppers. And I'm like, we both love to shop. We're always somewhere shopping together, spending too much money. So I'm like, well, why not just put that into like a business, to make us some money, But the funniest thing is, but I mean, like my mom said, before I get to that funny story, but as she said, it is about respect for each other and just kind of setting our own kind of roles and responsibilities as it relates to what we do best for the business. And, as my mom said, for me, I'm more of the business person, the money person. What can we spend this month? What we should kind of hold on, those kind of situations. My mom is more of the marketing person. Take a picture and send it to 50,000 people before she even walk into the boutique. She got a line outside. I'm on my way. That one pair of jeans that she then sent out to 35 people. You have one of these items, because we don't carry a lot of the items in the store. We carry maybe 6 of one thing, and then we do not reorder. That's like the thing of our boutique. We don't reorder the same thing.
I was going to ask that.
Yes. But my mom will send out that one item that's left to 30 people. And I'm like, you're not reordering that outfit again. That's the good part, She it done.
How do you, I'm so sorry to interject. How do you stay on top of turning over inventory? Like, I cannot imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we actually go to like the vendors. It's called the Magic Show, and we go there with a ton of vendors, and
Okay.
we shop for different seasons.
Okay.
So it just keeps coming to us from the stuff that we picked out. So it sends us our items within the season in which we're switching the store over. So we don't now. We used to try to stay on top of it, but we had pop-ups, so we had time in between for different items. We had the next pop-up. But now, because we have the store, you have to constantly just be on it in reference to the season before the season hits to really switch the store over so that you can be on top of it and in front of it before, people actually need the items. So I think we're doing a good job of that.
Oh my goodness. Well, I want to take this time. We do have a caller on the line, but before we go to the phones, I want to make you aware that Craig Williams came back to our socials and he said, for the record, I have a bow tie, a pocket square, and a cool excuse me, pair of socks and a smooth cashmere scarf. So he said, don't mess with me. But I had to share that.
I love
what
it.
we'll do right now is we're going to go to the phones
and
take a call. Lou, are you there?
How are you? Good evening to you, Carol.
Good evening. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. How are you today?
I am between excellent and outstanding. How are you?
Ooh, wait a minute. I'm going to put that in my pocket. Wait, I'm between excellent and outstanding. I like that one. Thank you for that. So what would you like to contribute to the conversation this evening?
I happen to know these two young ladies. I've been to the shop several times, and the spirit is a great calming spirit. The scent is a great scent, and they work hard. One thing I want to ask them: who manages their store?
It's a good question.
My sister, Atiya's aunt, as Atiya had mentioned early in, my sister relocated back from California of 35 plus years and came back a retiree. And so I said to Atiya, who's going to run this brick and mortar? She said, Aunt Debbie. She doesn't have anything else to do.
Atiya, like that. Don't say it like that.
I think Atiya, I think you said it just like that. Lou, did you get that? Did you hear that?
Yeah. So I know these ladies. I'm very proud of them.
Thank you.
They have a great spirit. They have just a great shop. I haven't had done work for them. They had me do some work. I'm very grateful that they asked me to do some work for them, and I was elated with the ideas that they have to put this together.
Couldn't do it without you.
Oh, I love that.
Could not do it without you, Mr. Williams.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
Lou, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for calling in. Number one, for joining the conversation, but number two, for just sharing the love that you just shared for these extraordinary women and what they're doing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me on the call. Thank you, ladies. I'll talk to y'all later.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to tell you something. I love all of this love that you two ladies are getting. Okay. That's a testament to what you do, what you are doing, and what you have done. I mean, and there's so much love from the gentleman. Listen, when a man says, thank you for what you're doing for my wife.
That's right.
That's a huge compliment.
That's right. That's
a huge compliment. And then listen, it doesn't get any better than saying, listen, they're beautiful, they're wonderful, they're extraordinary, and it smells nice in there. I mean, all of the compliments I just love. So what could we look forward to in your spring collection?
Colors.
Some gems. So we did carry a larger selection of curvy women items this season. So I'm sure they'll be pleased with our selection. We have a nice lime cello. Is it lime or lemon cello?
Yeah, limoncello blazer.
Cello blazer. And when you roll up the sleeve, it has like white flowers. It's just so nice and dainty. You can also pair that with some shorts of the same exact color if you choose. You don't have to. We're selling it as separates. Then we also have the 3/4 length skirt, linen skirt, that we're doing that same color. We have the nice electric blue shirts that are out. We have a ton. We have nice white jeans, as my mom said, for all sizes. If you like rips, we have the rips for you. If you like just a straight skinny, we have those for you as well. So we have a nice variety. We have our silk signature shirts, which now we have been, I guess, known for, which they sell really well for the store. Our swing tops, as well as our some of our two-piece
reversible jackets.
Okay. Well, is there a website that we can go to see any of the wares?
So
because I mean, right now I want to see everything. I'm like,
I know. So we do have a website, but the website is not of the items that we carry in the store.
Okay.
There are some items that we actually have already put our hands and eyes on that we're selling that way, but it's not going to be the same items you'll get in the store. And I really didn't want to do it that way because then that meant that we had to carry such a large inventory. So that's why I kind of separated out what we sell in the store and what we sell online. So we do have some items online, but you'll get more in the store.
Yeah.
I'm going to say thank you for having items for those of us of the curvy persuasion.
Look, carefully. But I'm here to tell you though, and I know a lot of people like to shop online, but I tell people you have to come into the shop because you will miss it. All of this that we talked about, you will miss it looking on the website because you don't get the feel, you don't get the energy, you don't feel the spirit, and most of all, you don't get that chilled glass of champagne that we serve. You don't get any of that on the web. And like Atiya said, we're small, we're new, and we're learning. And what we did not want to do was overcommit to what we cannot deliver. And so having items on the website, not knowing when they sell versus when they're in the store, we don't want to commit something to someone online. And then when we get to the store, it's already sold out.
No, that's important.
We really enjoy having are very select of items, that are not returnable. And I mean, in the sense of not coming back as a repeat to the store, because we want you to come back. We want it to be fresh every time you come. Every Wednesday or Saturday, we introduce a new item every week so that it will keep you coming back just to see what's here, just to see what we have, right? And then we have our signature items that we will always carry. A few items that are just considered our signature things, but we have things that you would find in all of your high-end boutiques. We consider ourselves to be one of those high-end boutiques at affordable prices.
Can you give us the address one more time?
That's right.
Can you give us the address one more time?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, Claudia.
7833 Germantown Avenue.
And your hours are?
Wednesdays through Sundays. So Wednesday, so it's interesting you would ask because I don't think we've ever stayed true to our hours because we're always open late. Customers call and say, I'm on my way from work, I'm on my way from church, I'm on my way from dinner. Can you wait? Absolutely, we wait. Because we're there to serve. We are servants. But our hours posted are Wednesdays 10 to 5, Thursdays 11 to 6. Fridays and Saturdays 10 to 5 and Sundays 11 to 4. Again, the phone number you can call is 267-228-9769. And if you're on your way, give us a call if you just want to check in. We may open some Mondays and Tuesdays during the summer just because, but again, we're getting a feel for the community. We're getting a feel for our customer base, and we just want to be available to our customers, and at the same time, make sure that we get some woosah time for ourselves.
Yes,
right.
That's so important.
That's right.
We're going to take, in a moment, we're going to take a short commercial break. But when we come back, I am so interested in knowing why Chestnut Hill. But family, if you've just joined us, you're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. Listen, call us, okay, at 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900 to join the conversation, because we're talking about all things fashion tonight. Well, right now, okay? We're talking about a lot. So call us, join the conversation, spend some time with us, but stay right there for right now, because we'll be right back, okay?
All this paperwork and the cost.
What are we going to do?
We have to probate The will? And the bank was asking for a short certificate.
Whatever a short certificate is. Mama didn't even have a will.
The lawyer was saying we have a tangled title. That's when the house is in the name of a dead person. I think we need some help.
Yeah, I think we do.
Are you living in a home in the name of a deceased person? We can help. I'm Tracy Gordon, Registrar of Wills. We are waiving and deferring fees associated with tangled titles. Email row.pdi@phila.gov to be put in contact with free legal assistance. Find out if you are eligible for the new probate deferment initiative by the Philadelphia Register of Wills.
We know the world is crazy. There's a never-ending stream of negativity constantly flowing by our ears. We need daily reminders that joy is essential. WURD Radio offsets the awful with daily words of joy and empowerment. These are on-air messages meant to uplift our spirit. We invite you, the WURD listener, to share your words of joy and empowerment with us. You can read a brief poem, share a favorite inspirational quote, an empowering story, or a passage from a book. Just call 215-425-7875, extension 107, and leave your words of joy and empowerment on the voicemail. Please make sure your message is 1 minute or less. It will be helpful to use a timer to stay on track. We look forward to broadcasting your words of joy and empowerment. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
What are you waiting for? If you've been enjoying the information and interviews WURD provides every day or come out to our community events, it might be time to become a member. This year marks the 20th anniversary of WURD, and there's no better time to join the forward movement. Sign up or renew your sustaining membership at just $90 or your digital membership for just $5 a month. Join online at wordradio.com/membership or pick up the phone and give us a call at 215-425-7875. Press 4 for assistance. The time to join is now.
What am I waiting for?
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Well, hey there. Hey there, family. Welcome back to Love and Life. You're tuned in. Okay. You're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. We are joined by none other than Claudia Averette and ATIYA Smith, co-owners of Between Friends Boutique. I love the name alone. I really do. I think it's so sweet and endearing, and it's so intimate. It's like in any event. Before the commercial break, I was asking you two extraordinary women, how did you decide on Chestnut Hill?
Well, I think Chestnut Hill decided on us, actually. Because we were actually looking in the vicinity in which we were doing our pop-ups, which was further down Germantown Avenue, because it just felt more comfortable there because people knew where we were. That's where we always had our pop-ups. So it was more convenient, for people to get to us if need, to come shop at the boutique. But we didn't find anything. So our realtor was like, listen, I see some properties in Chestnut Hill, let's look and just see what they look like. And we went up there, and it was honestly a nice space. It just it felt good when we walked in. It wasn't set up as a boutique. It actually was an office space. So we had to do some adjustments to the area for us, for the boutique. But it just felt good when we walked in. Like, this is it. It wasn't too big. It's not too small. It's just perfect for a boutique for us. And that's exactly what we were looking for.
I love that.
And I think the reception that we received, I mean, immediately, folks from the Chestnut Hill office, the local office, came down, introduced themselves, tell us more about you. This was before we had even made a decision to make it our home. And they were just there to greet us. They said, actually, they had done some homework, which is very
Wow.
interesting. They're very deliberate about, who they have come into the community, making sure that it's a good fit, making sure it's a right fit.
Yes.
And they knew a little bit about each of us. They were very familiar with our realtor. She had done other work there in that community, so they knew that she bring good quality people to that community. And so it was just exciting. What Atiya and I, which we really are proud of, have been able to do is really build great relationships with some of the other women-owned Black boutiques in the area. We recently was participating in the Silhouettes Fashion Show, which is the annual Kappa's Silhouettes Fashion Show, 70 years. And it was at Presidential Caterers, and we had in excess of 350 people, women and men. But we got to be the headliner, and I was the commentator. But we involved 4 other Black-owned women small boutiques, and we showcased all of our wares on the same stage. And when people say we can't work together, we prove them wrong. On 2 weeks ago, on that Saturday, we showed true collaboration, true synergy, and we all won at the end of the day. We're still winning. People are still calling and saying, who featured that dress? Which store was that from? And we're just sharing the love. Because Carol, as you know, as an artist, at the end of the day, there's enough on the stage for all of us to perform.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. I say that all the time. I say it
Absolutely.
all the time.
Absolutely.
There's enough for everybody.
For everybody. And we were able to show that. And it was, and we're like the newbies, right, in the business. But we show them that this is what we can do working together. We all win. We all win.
Yeah. I see that. It's family. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Did you hear that? And the message was real, though. The message was strong. It was real, but it was right. When we work together, we all win.
We all win.
Listen, he didn't give us all these gifts.
No.
For only some of them to be shared and for only some to receive it. You know, he didn't give us all this. Listen, to keep it to ourselves. He said he wanted us to share with one another.
That's right.
And I happen to look, I spent enough time in Sin Sin, I'll tell you that. I was, oh heavens, to Murgatroyd. I can't, I tell you, I mean, I asked about the location because it's the perfect location.
It's prime. It's prime.
It is prime. It is. When you first of all, when I think Chestnut Hill, that's what I think. Sin Sin.
Yes.
So it's like, you're like, let's go to eat. And where? Chestnut Hill? Oh, where? Sin Sin? You don't think of any other place. So it's
great. I mean,
it really is.
Yeah.
I must say thank you to you.
That's probably my grandson, who at this point has probably shared his mother. Hi, Chase.
Oh,
look.
Hi, handsome.
Say hi to Miss Carol.
Hi, Miss Carol.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Chase.
My heart.
Mommy,
hi, honey.
Can I get my snack because I ate all the noodles?
Yeah, you see that he's coming for a snack. I figured that when I looked at the time, he didn't ate off his food, so now he wanted to know where's the snack. But you know,
my goodness,
when he comes to the boutique, his first question is, "What can I help you do? Can I help take stuff up and down the steps? Can I help you with the hangers?" He enjoys it when he's there. He wants to come in and help as much as he can.
That is adorable.
Yeah.
But see, that's a testament to you and your husband. But you talk about a family affair. I've said it a few times, but look, Atiya is teaching the baby.
That's right.
He comes in and says, "What can I do? How can I help?"
Yeah.
Family, you're talking about a family of service.
Yes. Yeah.
A family of service that are now co-owners of Between Friends Boutique. I'm going to ask you to repeat it one more time because we're coming to an end to the close of this hour and our time with you extraordinary ladies. Can you tell us once again the telephone number and the location?
Yes. The telephone number is 267-228-9769. The location is Between Friends Boutique, 7833 Germantown Avenue. Come this Wednesday, tomorrow, we will be unveiling our spring line. You don't want to miss it.
I'm saying, and the pieces are limited. So, ladies,
the pieces are limited. Our jewelry is just as fabulous.
Wait a minute. See,
yes.
now we're holding
Carol,
on. We have jewelry. We have. Hold on. Okay, I need to know what to expect.
Okay.
So I know to expect the champagne.
Yeah,
I know that. I know to expect the champagne. You have jewelry.
Yes.
You have clothing, and ladies, did you hear that there are some pieces for those of us who are of the curvy persuasion? Okay, so there are pieces. There are pieces for our gentlemen. We have bow ties. We have scarves. We have socks. We have OMG.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot to see. There's a lot to buy.
Just take it when you come in. We just say to get comfortable and take it in. We don't rush you. We don't hover over you. We give you your space. We say any questions you have, we're here to answer. We want to give you what you need to have your space so that you don't feel rushed or pressured.
And you'll also assist me if I need some
help. I will assist you.
Absolutely.
Understand if you see it, you may want to get it.
Yes. You know what? Okay, where's the commercial? Because that right there, that was the tagline. Okay, that was it. That was it. Did you see the look too? You may want to get it. If you see it, you may want to get it. Ladies, I cannot thank you enough for coming to share your time, your energy, your attention, your spirit with those of us who are just ready to receive you. Family members, we've been talking with Claudia Averette and ATIYA Smith of Between Friends Boutique. They are mother and daughter.
Yes.
And when I tell you, I mean, first of all, I think you're superheroes because you work in the education system. So the capes, I don't know where you tucked and rolled the capes to, but they have capes. I tell you that they do have capes because they work in our education system. And as much as we all love our babies, it is a job that you really, really, really cannot understand unless you do it.
That's right.
It's a job that you cannot explain, and it cannot be understood unless you do it. But I tell you one thing though, those of us who do it have even more and more and more and more love for our babies. The longer we're in it. And Tia, you said 10 years.
Yes, 10 years as a vice principal. I've been at the district for 15 years.
And Claudia, how long have you worked in this system?
Wow. So I retired from Philadelphia's district of 21 years, from Chester, actually really still there, retired in 2013, but never left. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. And 20 years in healthcare. So, I mean, you know, I've given some time.
Okay, I need to take some time, family. I know we're coming to the close of this hour, but I need to take some time right there. You went from healthcare.
Yeah, I was recruited
education
from into public education.
Okay, to both.
Yeah,
are two strenuous.
Oh, absolutely.
Fields.
Yeah,
and they're taxing emotionally.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
They're both taxing emotionally.
Yeah,
I can't imagine. Okay, all right, Claudia. You got two capes? Is that what it is?
Right, I got two.
Okay, let's see if you have to have two capes because there's no way. There's not possible.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, let me switch my cape. Let me
switch my cape.
Oh, again,
Carol, we're so grateful that you have taken the time to have us on. We find it just gives us sheer joy that you found enough in your time and show to invite the both of us, and for me to get to share you and ATIYA on the same stage.
I know,
because you know how much love I have for you and Tia. No.
Yes, I'm coming to the boutique. Oh, so now, wait, one other question I want to know about that. So you told me that you've just debuted the spring collection. For how long will it be available? I mean, we plan on coming in soon because we already know we've been we've been told.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, it's there until it's gone. But as my mom said, we do bring in new pieces every Wednesday and Saturday. So as the weather changes more into summer, you'll start to get more of your summer pieces. But the spring stuff will remain as well. So it's there until it's gone.
So
and just know that if someone come in tomorrow and say, it's 40 degrees outside, I need a teddy bear coat, they are readily available right downstairs. We go right down them steps and get them a teddy bear coat. So
I don't even know what that is.
Worry, you know, they don't have to worry.
Wait, I don't even know what a teddy bear coat is, but now I want one. What is it?
So it's one of the furry coats. It's fun fur. And so, you know, they were all on sale last week, 50% off. And so the folks just need to know that just because they don't see them, they're still there.
Well, I'm coming in to get a teddy bear coat
There
because
you
if I know that's what I have in my mind and that's what I've been wanting, I did not know where to go, where to look for it. Family, you heard me say it. And
We have-
that's because I mean it. That's because I mean it. So put one. Well, no, I don't know what color. Do they come in colors?
Oh, we have burgundy, we have navy and gray.
Shut up. Okay, now I have to come see which one. Wait. I have to come see which one looks okay. I got to see which one will work with my complexion. You know.
There you go.
But I'm coming in to get a teddy bear coat.
Absolutely.
So just know that, family, if you just tuned in, you are tuned in to Love and Life on WURD. Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. We're inviting you to the conversation. The ladies are going to leave us shortly, but if there's anything that you'd like to say to them, or if you have a question, or even if you just want to say, I think you both are extraordinary, you can do so by calling 215-634-8065, or you can call us toll free at 1-866-361-0900. And if you just so happen to miss them, if they leave, you can send us an email at loveandlife@wordradio.com. That's loveandlife@wordradio.com. I'm inviting you to join the conversation, to share some love, to join in the love that we have here, because that's what we do here on Love and Life. That's what we do. So ladies, we're going to take just a short break. Stay with us for a moment though. Family, you stay there too, because we'll be right back.
Word Radio Digital Tip of the Month with Stephanie Humphrey. Brought to you by Comcast.
As the weather gets warmer and pandemic numbers stay low, we can expect travel to be on everyone's must-do list this year. So if you are heading out of town, think about saving these things on your smartphone for safekeeping. Take pictures of your passport, driver's license, or other identification. Make sure you have digital copies of your itinerary, tickets, and reservation numbers. A photo of your credit cards and bank cards could also come in handy if your wallet is lost or stolen. Membership numbers for things like AAA and photos of your medications are also a good thing to have on hand. You can take photos of all this information and easily store it in a locked note on your smartphone or in an online folder on a service like Dropbox. But whatever you do, make sure you have all your important info stored somewhere safe before you hit the road. Stay tuned to WURD for more tips and stay connected with us at wordradio.com.
Need a minute? Take a breath and breathe in positivity. Here are words of joy and empowerment from Word Radio.
Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes time. But vision with action can change the world. These are the words of Joel Arthur Barker, and my prayer and hope for Philadelphia, a city I was born in, educated, lived, and work in, will collectively come together to help its citizens by bringing economic prosperity to those in need, create safe and affordable housing for the disenfranchised, and create safe and organic spaces for adults and children to grow. I am Kimberly Lloyd.
This joy and empowerment vignette was brought to you by Comcast.
Pollution from trucks is a public health crisis. Diesel-burning trucks belch dangerous levels of pollution, and communities living near ports and along freight corridors breathe especially high levels of this dirty air. But this crisis has a solution. My name is Sasan Sadat, and I work for Earth Justice. I'm working to clean up our air quality, particularly for communities that bear the burden of diesel pollution. For the sake of our lungs, our health, and our climate, the future of trucking in this country has got to be zero emissions. Until then, I will never rest.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Earth Justice is fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. If clean air matters to you, visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
In honor of our 20th anniversary, WURD presents a new podcast archiving our history and the history of our beloved city. Vintage Word, Season 1 is a weekly journey into the Word archives, reconnecting with classic shows and beloved hosts. Tune in this Sunday at 11 a.m. for a vintage episode of The Pursuit of Truth with Reggie Bryant. That's Vintage Word, this Sunday at 11 a.m. only on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
We're bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD Radio, 900 AM and 96.1 FM, WURD, Philadelphia. Celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media. Streaming online at wordradio.com and the WURD Radio app.
Part-time job, full-time hustle, all-time Shiro to all of us. It's time for you, our Shiro, to stretch for the...
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Welcome back. You are tuned into Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURD radio.com. Thank you for hanging out with us in our first hour. We had those extraordinary ladies. Listen, we've got 1 hour left and we have another extraordinary guest for you. You may remember him because he was a guest on the show not long ago. He and his other half, we had them on talking with us about love, life, married life, and all of that good stuff. But in celebration and recognition of National Poetry Month, our next guest is none other than Grammy Award-winning poet and spoken artist Jay Ivy, who is in town this Wednesday at City Winery. Hello.
Yes,
wait, yeah, I got to do the fake little, wait. I'm
is-
still working on sound effects. But yeah, but they're coming. But family, what I don't want to do is take up too much time telling you how extraordinary this gentleman is. But what I do want you to know is there's just a few things, okay? This gentleman right here made history this year with his Grammy Award win for his album entitled The Poet Who Sat by the Door. He is now the first winner of the Recording Academy's newly created Best Spoken Word Poetry Album category. Okay, he beat out Amanda Gorman and Malcolm Jamal Warner. I couldn't even get it out. Did you hear that? He beat out Amanda Gorman, whom we know and love, and Malcolm Jamal Warner, whom we know and love, but we love him too. Jay Ivy is the first poet to win a Grammy since Maya Angelou. Did you hear that? Okay, now I really do. Wait, I got to find a clip or something. I got to find some look. Yes, Jay, thank you and welcome to the show. Look at that. I did it again. Thank you and welcome to the show. That's what I get for playing around. Thank you and welcome. Thank you for coming back. Where's the missus? How's my girl?
It's my pleasure to be here. Oh, the missus, she getting ready for the show tomorrow.
I know that's right.
She getting ready for the show. We're excited to get to Philly. And man, just Philly's one of those places that reminds us of home and has always shown us so much love. And we love coming there. So to come back with this celebration to celebrate. To celebrate, we're excited. So she's getting ready. Yeah.
I love it. Now, you know what? Okay, we're going to talk about you and everything about you, including her. But tell her I did not forget. Now, mind you, I kept saying, I'm going to text Jay and say, please ask her to give me the ingredients for the smoothie that she makes in the morning.
Oh, yeah, the Good Morning Tari.
The Good Morning Tari. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I said, they're going to say, you weren't serious, but I was, and I am.
It's so good.
I need to get my life right. Family, for those of you who are unaware and are unfamiliar, we had a conversation in our prior show. We had Jay Ivy and his wife, Tari Touré, on as guests. And Tari talked about Good Morning Tari, a smoothie that she makes in the morning.
So good.
It sounded amazing. Okay. It sounded amazing. You know, what I'd like to do is take a moment because we do have a caller on the line. I believe we have Ron who is with us, and Ron would like to say hello. And I would love to hear from Ron, if that's okay with you, Jay.
Absolutely.
Ron, are you still with us?
He hung up, Miss Carol.
He did. My Ron is
Oh,
gone.
no. Oh, Ron, we had the intro
Ron is
for
gone.
you.
Ron, I know, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Call
You know
back.
what? Hopefully, well, hopefully, he will. Hopefully, he will. But family, what I'd also like you to know is that Jay Ivy, this gentleman right here, he is a Peabody, Clio, Telly, and NAACP Image Award winning poet, spoken word artist, actor, songwriter. He is also, the lead writer for the Netflix documentary Genius, the Kanye West trilogy. There's so much that I could say about this gentleman right here. I don't want to say too much because then that'd be the whole hour, and then you'd say, well, I didn't get to say anything. But you are also familiar with his voice because we play you in our commercials.
Oh, no.
You recite yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. We love to support. We definitely. So we love the fact that you came back to show us some love, to spend some time with us. Our family members who are listening, if you want to talk with Jay, congratulate him, just show him some love, you can do so by calling 215-634-8065 or by dialing toll-free 1-866-361-0900. So tell us, you'll be at City Winery tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
What can we expect?
Oh man, you can expect it's really special what we're doing. I'm super proud of this show. It's myself along with Tari Teray. Tari Teray opens up the show. She does her music. We also featuring Maurice Brown, another Grammy Award winner, who's he's the lead trumpet player for Silk Sonic. So you ever see Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars out there, you see this cat just doing his thing on the trumpet. That's Maurice Brown, phenomenal producer as well. We have full band, so it's 11 of us on stage. It's a poetry concert. We want to really bring these stories and these poems to life in a way that people may not see on the regular, and just show people what can be done with poetry. So I'm super excited. My brother Black Ice is hosting. Philly's on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's all family right there.
Oh yeah,
family.
we about to
y'all are all family. All this is family. All family.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been amazing. We had so this is the 5th stop on our tour. So this is the Jay Ivy Grammy Celebration Tour. We had a sold out show in New York, sold out show in Chicago. We had a packed house in Nashville, a second show in Chicago that was packed, and now we're coming to Philly. The city of brotherly love and sisterly affection.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You got to get that right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
we there. We bring in a whole bunch of love and soul and just some beautiful energy is what's coming with us.
Wow. Okay. Talk to me. Tell us what your initial feeling was when you won the Grammy.
Oh my God. It was that. Oh my God.
Yeah, like
it was that. It was tears. It was shock because you hope and pray and wish for it. You envision it and dream about it, but there's still no guarantees. We worked hard on this album. I told everyone that I reached out to, I said I have to create a masterpiece. And so calling John Legend and calling Slick Rick and Lettucey and Music Soul Child and Ursula Rucker and Amari Hardwick and Dion Cole and BJ Chicago Kid and Maurice Brown, The Last Poets, Sonny Patterson, Ari Teray. So just so many, Sir the Baptist, so all these folks, I reached out and was like, I have to create a masterpiece, and everyone came to my aid and just really helped me out with it. So to know that in that moment we were able to celebrate not only creating this amazing project, but then it's all the years you think about that led up to this moment. So going back, starting with childhood and how your family raised you and all the schools you went to and all the teachers you had that poured positivity into you, and then getting on the scene older. I'm thinking about my English teacher, Ms. Argy, who made me do a show, which put me on this path to begin with, and then all the folks that were on the scene that supported, everybody that supported over the years, and you get here and you're like, oh wow, like man, so many people have been a part of this moment, and here we are, and you think about all the poets. Like for me, I got this sweatshirt on, and I'll have these for sale tomorrow, by the way.
I love it. I love
like
it.
this one's special. You can order this one though. But it says this is for the poets. That
This
was
is for the poets.
yeah. So when I won in my speech, that was the last thing I said. It's like, let it be known that this is for the poets. So I couldn't help but think about the last poets and Gil Scott-Heron and Sonia Sanchez, Giovanni, Maya Angelou, Mary Baraka. You think about all those who blazed the trail for you, and then you get a chance to represent and celebrate the moment. It's special.
I'm digesting this as you're speaking it, and that's a full meal. Everything you just said, that is a full meal.
Yeah.
You hear me? I mean, every name you just mentioned, and you're absolutely right. You know, there have been so many that have trailblazed, but you are a trailblazer. You've done so much work, and I know having been, being a former trustee with the Recording Academy, I know you were, if I'm not mistaken, the only poet to be a trustee with the Recording Academy. Is that correct?
Yeah, first poet to hold a president's seat, and first poet in the history of the academy to hold a trustee seat.
Sorry, my fur child has joined the conversation.
Hey, what's up,
Hey, Chloe says hi, family. Chloe says hello to you all. Yeah, little Chloe says hello. Chloe's been non-existent, but you began speaking. Chloe said, "Is that Jay? Is that Jay?" So Chloe says hello, everybody. But yeah, I'm thinking about all of this. You've done so much, Jay. So much. I don't know how you do. What? First of all, the both of you and your wife, because you and Tari are such trailblazers yourselves. She's out here doing everything under the sun that is imaginable that she can do, and in her realm. And the two of you are working, doing these things together. Number one, you're breaking records, you're making records, you're winning Grammy awards, you're doing documentaries, you're writing songs. I don't know if I've had anybody say to me, yeah, I called John Legend and let us see, and and I just and they said, yeah, what do you need? I don't know that I've had somebody else say that to me. Well, first of all, family, I should tell you, this gentleman right here is the reason why John Legend has his name, John Legend. Can you tell us that story, please? Because I know some of our family members here tonight are unfamiliar.
Yeah, so I did this record back in the day. So my guy Cootie called me and he was like, man, I'm in the studio with Kanye. Kanye got this record with him and Jay-Z on it. He wanted to put a poet on it. And I told him he need to put Jay Ivy on it. So I ended up praying for this poem. I literally prayed and I wrote the poem, called him back and did the poem for him over the phone. And next thing I know, Kanye's on the phone listening, and then he's getting me a ticket. So then I fly from New York to LA and I record the record, which is a dream because here I am recording this song with Jay-Z and Kanye, who we knew was about to blow up. This is the work we're doing for his first album, The College Dropout. And after I recorded, listened to the song over and over and over again, Kanye just kept playing it. And then he was like, man, you heard of this singer named John Stevens? I was like, yeah, I've been hearing about him in LA. I'm sorry, in New York. He's like, well, man, let me play you this record. So he plays this record, and the record was just beautiful. It just reminded me of like some Marvin Gaye or some Smokey Robinson. I'm like, man, this is incredible. So an hour later, John Stevens comes in the studio, and I'm surprised. I didn't know he was there. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? I was like, I'm Jay Ivy. I'm a poet from Chicago. I heard your music. I was like, it sounds amazing. Sound like that music from the old school. Sound like that music my folks used to listen to back in the day. I was like, man, dog, you sound like one of the legends. I was like, you're a legend. You're a legend. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to call you from now on. I'm going to call you the legend. So I started calling him John the Legend, John Legend. So a couple of days later, we're still in the studio. We're at Record Plant, which is in Hollywood. Lounge of the studio. It was like 10, 12 of us in the lounge. In walks John Stevens. Everybody shouting him out. Now, mind you, he signed production deal to Kanye
Okay.
as John Stevens. Had an album out as John Stevens. He was on Lauryn
Yeah.
Hill's album singing background as John Stevens.
Mhm.
He walk in, everybody, oh, John Stevens in the house, John Stevens in the building. What up, John Stevens? I was like, John Legend. Everybody looked at me, looked back at him. Oh man, that's it. And Kanye, he was the main one. You John Legend from now on. That's it. Well, that's how he got the name. That's how he got the name.
Okay, so my takeaway from everything is that you were just anointed. You were just abundantly blessed. Okay. I haven't said that to anybody. I haven't given anybody any names. It seems like everything. I'll tell y'all, family, when I met you, I remember when I met you, and you're going to say, how do you remember that? I don't know why. But in any event, you had locks at the time.
Yeah.
I met you in Chicago. I was working with Nubian.
Oh,
And you,
that's right.
yeah, it was that long ago. I know. You had come to, I think we were at House of Blues. Yeah, we were at the House of Blues that night. And you had come to the House of Blues. You were hustling. You were, I don't remember, who you were looking for at the time, but you were making deals. You were like, okay, so-and-so here, so-and-so and such and such. And I didn't, I was trying to help you find so-and-so and such and such. And we said, hey, I think it was 2-3 months later, you had come to Philly to do a radio show, a radio segment in Philly. I said, I just met this guy. I just met this guy. And when I tell you, it appears to me like everything since then, you've just soared, and I mean, congrats on everything. I don't even think I've said that. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. No, thank you. It's been a lot of blessings, and I think the key, like even listening to that is something I just tell people all the time. Like, man, just keep moving, keep moving, like keep going. Like we had first single on the album is called "Running," and it features John Legend verse and Slick Rick, and that record is about just keep going. Like the hook say, "I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired," and that was always the mode. Like even to get to this point, like when I talk about my Miss Argue, my English teacher making me perform for the first time, that was 30 years ago. That was 30 years ago. So to maintain and do anything for a year, a 5, a 10, 20 up, like that's, it's
That's a blessing.
It's a blessing. Like you're super driven,
partly
crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you just can't stop doing it. It's like I just got to keep going. I got to keep moving. And the love has always pushed and pulled me and moved me around. And I'm mindful to see the signs and confident to go after them. Like you got to be fearless with what you do. And it's funny. I was tell people this all the time. People like, yo, what you do? When I first meet folk, I'm like, oh, I'm a poet. They're like, oh, okay, that's cool. So what you do? I'm a poet. They're like, no, I get that, but what you do to make money? I'm like, I write poetry. And I know it sounds odd, but that's what it is. That's been my reality and my truth and my blessings to be able to do what I love to do. I really love writing. I love putting words together and stories together and presenting them. So I'm super excited. I'm grateful for the moment, for all of the moments. I don't take none of them for granted. I'm super excited to get there with y'all tomorrow and rock for Philly. Like Philly remind me so much of the Chi. So it's always been dope and love, and y'all keep it real the same way we do. And,
you're gonna get it real in Philly. You're gonna get it real in Philly.
This is a crazy moment. So speaking of the locks, so when I was a shorty, I never made it to a football game.
Okay.
And my buddy, his name Chris Claiborne, he was playing for the Minnesota Vikings. So he like, man, bro, he's like, why don't you the wife come catch me at a game for sure. I got tickets for you. We playing the Eagles. Okay, bet, yeah, for sure, we going. So then so we get down there, and at the time, like I never been to a football game, so I'm like, I gotta represent. All right. Grab my Bears hat. So I put my Bears skull cap on. Still, I got my locks, put my Bears skull cap on. And then me and Tari, we go to the wheel call, and we at the gate. It's crowded, everybody trying to get in the gate. And then we kind of like at a standstill, and then we started hearing a bunch of white folk chanting, "Cut your hair, cut your hair,
No,
cut your hair." And then Tari, she standing in front of me. She was like, "Babe, I think they talking to you." I was like, "Yeah, but I can't take my hat off now." I'm like, I gotta represent. It was like the funniest moment. It was funny and wild, and I was like, "Oh, Philly don't play."
Wait.
No.
We did that? Oh my God. Well, listen, I sound surprised. Why do I sound surprised? I just said you're going to get it real here. Yeah, we did. I don't doubt we did
I
that.
kept my hat on. The Bears wasn't even playing. I could see it. The Bears wasn't even playing. But it was like, if it ain't Philly, get it out of here.
And I know. Well, you know what? We do say we are the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, but sometimes, it's just sometimes there's some gray areas.
Oh,
Family,
no, I love it.
listen,
I love it. It's
if
the
you
thing,
just
like,
join,
it's
I'm
that
sorry.
thing that make you you just appreciate it. You appreciate the realness.
Because it's real.
Yeah,
It's real. First of all, you got to appreciate real because you don't want it any other way. You got to appreciate real. But I'm going to take a second. Family, if you've just joined us, you're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. We are joined by none other than Jay Ivy, Grammy Award winning Jay Ivy. And I hate to just say that because he has so many accomplishments that I would love to make sure you're aware of. I'm going to make sure you know some more of those accomplishments right after we come from this commercial break. So stay with us, please, because we'll be right back.
Hey.
If you use Medicaid or medical assistance in PA, then you must complete a renewal each year to continue your coverage. Visit the official government website, dhs.pa.gov/compass, to check your renewal date. Make sure your contact information is correct. Sign up for texts and emails about important benefits information and more. Don't risk your medical coverage. Visit dhs.pa.gov/compass today. Message provided by CBH, your key to mental wellness.
This WURD public service announcement is a reminder that every voice and every vote counts. We are committed to keeping you informed, and we encourage you to participate in the process.
This is Charles Ellison, host of Reality Check on WURD. So with all this talk about vote by mail, you're probably wondering, will my ballot be counted? No worries. 40 states, including Pennsylvania, are tracking mail-in ballots. Simply go to votespa.com and click on mail-in and absentee ballot to find out if your ballot was received. Or go more directly to pavoterservices.pa.gov and click on election ballot status to enter your name, birth date, and county. Keep following us at @OnWord on Twitter, Facebook.com/4word, and #WordOnPolitics for constant updates.
This PSA is a part of Every Voice, Every Vote, a collaborative project of the Lenfest Institute for Journalism, with lead support provided by the William Penn Foundation. Learn more at www.everyvoice-everyvote.org. Editorial content is created independently of the project's donors.
Experience what the New York Times called movement as communal celebration when Step Africa comes to the Kimmel Cultural Campus, the first professional dance company dedicated to the tradition of stepping. This award-winning group blends percussive dance styles from historically African-American fraternities and sororities, traditional African dances, and an array of contemporary art forms into an exhilarating experience. The technique, agility, and pure energy makes each performance unique, leaving audiences energized and on their feet. Step Africa, one night only, Friday, April 28th. Get your tickets now at KimmelCulturalCampus.org.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That is WURDradio.com. We are talking with none other than Grammy Award winning poet, Jay Ivy. Jay, I was telling our family members of some of your accomplishments. I would love for you to talk with us about, three things in particular. One, how did you come to narrate, act in, and star in the award-winning BET documentary, Muhammad Ali, the People's Champ?
Yeah, that was a special one. Man, my brothers Cudi and Chike, they came to me with this project and said we're going to do a documentary about Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, and all of our heroes. And so to have an opportunity to work, to write, to create something for the champ, for the greatest ever, it was incredible. And it was the last documentary done before he made his transition. So he was too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we got the image. It's that way. The image award.
Wait.
The image award for it. Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you also participate in the NAACP nominated documentary about Martin Luther King, about Dr. Martin Luther King?
Yeah, so that was the next one we did. So that one was nominated, and that one the idea, Cudi and Chike was like, we want you to like poetically narrate it as a one-man show. So it was Jay Ivy doing this one-man show about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which is another one of my heroes. When I first started performing, when Miss Argue made me do that show, it was King who was my inspiration. I wanted to speak like King and use my voice with the power and conviction that he did. So that to pay homage. And then we actually went to Memphis and we went to the Lorraine Motel, and the film me doing a poem on the balcony, standing on the mark where he was fatally shot. So that whole moment was very, very, there was a lot of emotions. It was surreal. It was inspiring. It was sad. It was I just couldn't believe I was doing it. And I was proud. It was just a lot of different emotions. And so big shout out to Cudi and Chike, who directed both of those films.
Amazing. I mean, I'm asking you that, and I'm not just asking you like, okay, so how was it to participate in, the school play? We're talking about award-winning documentaries. We're talking about documentaries about everybody's hero, everybody's heroes, Muhammad Ali and Dr. Martin Luther King, both. I mean, that just two extraordinary human beings. That's just like I said, you're abundantly blessed, which is a beautiful thing. But now, I'm this other thing. You were commissioned. If I'm not mistaken, see the smile. See, family, you hear me when I tell you, these things. Okay, you were commissioned because you got to say it properly and correctly. You were commissioned by Michael Jordan and Deepak Chopra. Is that right?
Yeah. So yeah. Two different moments, but yeah.
Okay, please tell us about both. Please share.
Yeah, so in 2015, I'd done a lot of work with Nike and Jordan over the years. But in 2015, it was the 30-year anniversary of the Jordan brand. And I was asked to write a poem and perform it at the extravaganza of extravaganzas. It was such an incredible moment. I had opportunity to open up the event. And then, so it was a dinner that led into a party. So I opened up, and then Janae Aiko performed. Sway was hosting. Aiko performed, and Ariana Grande performed. Then the dinner flooded into this party, and then next thing I know, Prince is on stage. So I opened, and Prince closed, which was like, I'm like, where am I? What is going on? And then with Deepak, they were doing a conference every year, so they asked me to come out and be a guest speaker at this conference, at his annual Sages and Scientists Symposium. And I guess 1 year, and then it went so well that they asked me to come back and MC the event the next 2 years. So I was performing and bringing up all these incredible thought leaders and like the former president of Mexico and Stedman and I'm introducing like Sia and Talib Kweli and it was just all these amazing like doctors and scientists and artists and spiritual leaders, and it was incredible.
It sounded. I mean, well, first, every story you've told thus far sounds extreme. It sounds incredible.
Yeah,
The life you live, well, for you, of course, so you live it. So you're okay. Well, now, you're along your journey, and one thing after another is happening. One thing after another is another extraordinary experience. But listening to you talk about your life, it just sounds so incredibly unimaginable. I'll say that it does. I mean, Deepak Chopra. What?
Yes, wow.
I mean, Michael Jordan, you're talking about, and to have, like I said, there's so many life experiences that you've had thus far, and you're young, which is amazing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy that you're here talking with us about it, family. If you have just joined us, you are tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, progressive Black talk media, on air and online at wordradio.com. That's WURDradio.com. And we are talking with none other than Grammy Award-winning poet Jay Ivy, who is in town. He is in Philadelphia today, Tuesday, April 4th. He has a show tomorrow, Wednesday, April 5th at City Winery. Okay.
Yes.
So is there just one show?
It's one show, but you have Tari Teray. She's the opening set. And then that goes into my show. Again, Black Ice is hosting. So Tari Teray, she'll rock it. And then she joins me on stage. And then we're featuring Maurice Brown and Marshall Nice and Edith Yokley, Brandon Collins, Andrew Toombs, Mike Gallagher, the Low Sisters.
Oh my
goodness! It's really hard to describe what we've created, but it's very, very special. So I need all of Philadelphia to be there. Go get tickets. If you can't make it, send somebody, because it's one of those shows. And I'm not saying this from like I'm very hard and I'm very critical on my work. If it's all right, it's all right. But when it's great, I'm not afraid to say that it's great. If it's special, I'm not afraid to say that it's special. And it's really been this like out of body experience. So to have a moment where I'm able to just kind of just be present in the moment and be conscious of what's happening. Like God is like working through us, and the stories and the poetry and the music that's flowing out. It's like every song I get chills. Like when we perform on stage, I'm like getting chills. I'm like, oh my God. And then we perform the next song, I get chills again. I'm like, oh my God. Like this is something different.
It's
like
powerful.
It's very powerful. So I want to make sure that people know about it, and we have a packed house, sold out house. Come on,
That's
Philly.
right. That's right.
I mean? Come on
That's
through.
right. Come on, Philly. Come on, Philly. Wait, how long is the show?
It's about 2 hours combined.
Nice.
Like combined with both sets. It's about a 2 hour. It's like going to a movie. We got a little small break in between sets. So
no, we ain't scared. We're not scared. We are not afraid. You don't even have to apologize for that. When we go out, we like for our outing to be worth it. We don't want to go out for no half hour. Listen, we want to go out for a full meal, a full show. I want to see.
You gonna get fed.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I want my entire spirit to be full when I leave. And it sounds like it.
Oh man, I can't. I'm just this is my favorite thing to do is perform, and I mean and write. They but to perform it is the combination of both.
Yeah.
And, so I'm so excited to get there and rock for y'all. Like you have no idea. Like I'm just hyped, and just knowing what we've been doing, it's like, oh my God, we about to do this in Philly. And then from Philly to Boston, then Atlanta. So we just it's happening. So I'm super excited.
Well, let me ask you this. When was the last time you performed in Philly?
Oh,
it's been a minute, right?
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the last show. I know I was talking to oh my goodness. What's my brother name? I got look at my phone. What's my brother name? But he used to do the Blue Funk. Is it Blue Funk?
Oh, John.
Yeah,
John Barber.
John Barber.
Yeah, you're talking with
John Barber.
Yeah.
Fly Girl. Shout out to Kendra.
Yeah, Stacy. Yeah.
Shout out to Yamin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Jack Boogs. Shout out to who am I? Ursula Rucker. Shout out to all my people who've been spreading the word, because I'm just Greg Corbin.
Yes.
Shout out to all
my goodness.
I've been hitting people up like, hey y'all, do Philly know we coming?
No, let me tell you something. Jay, if Helen Bruner had not told me today.
Yes, Helen and Terry Jones.
Listen, my sisters, everybody you just named is family. Everybody. I mean, from Ursula, Black Ice, Kendrick, like you're talking about family here.
Yeah.
I did not know, because we like to support, we like to show up and show out.
I know.
And it's interesting. I know we're all, in the midst of all that we do, but we're going to have to form some sort of network or something to let each other know, look, I'm, where we can check to see who's going to be where or what, so we can all support, because I think that's how it's got to happen, because we're all too busy doing what we do.
Yeah.
When they told me, I said, you've got to be kidding. And I was just telling you, when I say to you, I mean, it has to be every 3 days at least that I say, okay, I'm going to text Jay and say, can you ask Tari for the ingredients to this drink? I promise you, I say it and then I say to myself, she's gonna say, girl, please, that was a year ago. It was not, family. I promise you, it was not a year ago. But in my spirit, I tell myself that, she's going to say that was a year ago, child. You ain't thinking about that, but I am.
She's going to have it for you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So, family, listen, you're listening to Love and Life. You are listening to Grammy award-winning poet Jay Ivey, and I hate to just stop there, because he's a poet, he's a spoken word artist, he's an actor, he's a songwriter, he's an author. There's just so much. There's so much to the man, the myth, the legend, Jay Ivey, and to his wife Tari Ture, because she's an extraordinary vocalist. For those who are unfamiliar and who missed our episode where they came on to talk about love and life just as a married couple. I mean, you know what? Well, I'll ask you. I know Tari's not here to answer the question, but how now she'll probably say, I'm going to ask you this. Would she say that you changed now that you won the Grammy? Like, I know that was on the bucket list.
No. No, she wouldn't say that at all.
Well, I know Tari. I know she is keeping things in check. Do you listen? So
yeah. She, South Side, Chicago, Inglewood, got that Mississippi too. So she keep it 100.
Okay.
100,000.
Okay.
Yeah, but she she would. I think if anything, the change has been more focused, more confident, and she keep telling me, like, keep your foot on the gas. She said my father, he made his transition some years ago, and last year sometime she was like, she woke up the next day and she was like, your father came to me in my dreams last night, and he said, keep your foot on the gas. And that has stuck with me, like, keep your foot on the gas. And then it was funny, we were in New York after our New York show. We were out to eat and ran into Mr. Lionel Richie. And my father was a DJ. So my pops, he did radio, and I would listen to him on the radio before I walked to school in the morning. Did talk radio, and had this amazing voice. His voice, oh my God, it was incredible. But I know he used to play Lionel Richie records, so I'm talking to Lionel Richie, and he said the same thing, and it made me think of my dad. He's like, yeah, before you could take some years on making an album. He's like, he's like, hey man, he's like, keep going. He's like, keep going. Yes, sir. So that theme keeps coming up, like foot on the gas, and it's the excitement of, okay, what can we create now?
But how about Tari said that to you? And now you're a Grammy Award winner. Not that not to diminish in any way any of your other accomplishments, but he was basically saying keep going because there's so much more in store. I love that. I told you when you guys were guests on the show before, I just love the two of you together. I love your connection. I love that. I love love, but I love the love between the two of you. I think it's amazing. I think it's beautiful, and it's something. It's just something to witness and see and feel, because you can feel the love between the two of you. So, and I love that. I love the connection that you have. So that's wonderful. Family, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to find out what's next with Tari Ture, Jay Ivy, and the life that they lead. Grammy Award-winning poet Jay Ivy, should I mention? I should say that. So stay with us, family, because we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Every child has the right to read, but right now, 60% of Philadelphia's children are struggling with basic literacy. But we can change this. The Neighborhood Literacy Fund is awarding up to $2,000 for projects that help young readers, parents, educators, and activists. Apply at readbyfourth.com.
WURD Radio is the only African-American owned and operated talk radio station in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and one of only 3 remaining in the country. In the past 20 years, WURD has evolved into a multimedia, multi-platform communications company that reaches deeply into the Black community through radio, events, digital, and social media. It is considered the go-to channel to engage, interact, and connect with Philadelphia's Black community. Our brand is built on the personal legacy of our founder, Walter P. Lomax Jr., MD. Dr. Lomax was a brilliant physician who established medical centers in underserved neighborhoods throughout Philadelphia to provide high-quality health care to Black and Brown communities for over 30 years. One of his most ambitious acquisitions was when he purchased WURD Radio. He understood the power of ownership and the power of independent media. Through WURD, he wanted to ensure that Philadelphia's Black community had the ability to speak and be heard in their own voice. We are celebrating 20 years of Black excellence. We are celebrating 20 years of progressive Black talk media.
Calling all WURD members. You have an opportunity to join us for Black Theater Night at the Philadelphia Theater Company's production of Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill. This production features vocalist Lauren Talese as Lady Day and directed by Jeffrey Page. Immediately following the performance, stick around for an intimate conversation about the production between Miss Talese and I, Tiffany Bacon. Join us for an evening of jazz and theater, Thursday, April 6th at 7 p.m. Tickets are limited, so join or renew your 4WURD membership today for your chance to attend this special event by going to wordradio.com/membership or calling 215-425-7875 and press option 4. Further details will be sent via email for members only. That's Black Theater Night at the Philadelphia Theater Company's production of Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill, Thursday, April 6th at 7 p.m. Remember, membership has its privileges.
Them that's got shall get. Them that's not shall lose.
Level Up. Welcome back to the 2023 Level Up contest. I'm your host, Amadi Braxton. We do have a winner. It is Chartel Finlater from Golden Water.
WURD Radio would like to thank all of our judges and all of the finalists who competed during the Level Up Pitch Party. Special thanks to our sponsors, Comcast, Pico, Keystone First, Bank of America, and Livelihood. Thanks to our supporters, the African American Chamber of Commerce and the Business Center. Once again, congratulations to the 2023 Level Up winner, Chartel Finlater. We are WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Hey there, family. Welcome back. You're tuned in to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. You know that's WURDradio.com. We are joined by none other than Grammy Award-winning poet Jay Ivy, who will be at City Winery tomorrow. I have to say it. I get loud when I say it. Tomorrow, Wednesday, April 5th. What time is the show?
Doors at 6, shows at 7:30.
Doors at 6, show is at 7:30. And he has explained to us, he's brought a full meal for you. You hear me? For you and I to indulge. He's brought a full meal for us. And I love, love, love that. We have just a few minutes, about 15 minutes left before we close the show. Maybe shorter than that. But in this time, could you once again, number one, show us your sweatshirt, because we want to make sure our family members tell us, okay, what does it read again?
It says, this is for the poets.
This is for the poets.
Poets, yeah.
Which I love, because we love to support, right, family? And can we get that online? I know we can get it at the show, but can we also get it online?
Yeah, we'll have them online as well. And then I think what we're gonna do is have it where people can customize what colors they want.
Nice.
Like, I just got this one for me.
Oh,
we've been doing them in black, but the black ones are cold. Oh, the black one's so cold. But then my mom-in-law, she actually made this for me.
You know what? See,
I'm gonna do a great one for you. I'm like, oh. Yeah. So yeah, we got green, maroon, whatever color, whatever size,
whatever you like.
Yeah, we'll do the custom order so you can get exactly what it is you want.
You could have whatever you like.
Shirts too.
I want to say, we've got some love from our socials too. I'm sorry, family, on our socials. We love you, and we love that you're here with us. Malcolm says he is watching and listening from Mount Airy. Good evening, good people. We love that. We love that.
Much love.
You know, one thing I want to ask you about, Jay, I did read this, so please tell me if there is truth to this, that you are the resident poet for the foundation of famed visual artist Ernie Barnes.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Mr. Ernie Barnes. I got calendar right there. You know, everybody know. Here, let me pull that one out. Everybody knows Sugar Shack.
Yes, we all know and love Sugar Shack.
Yeah, everybody knows Sugar Shack.
Good
Ernie
times.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, we know that you're extraordinary, but how did that come about? What was that conversation like?
Yeah, so we met Mr. Barnes back when Kanye was working on The College Dropout, and it was a critical studio. This was actually it was either the same day the John Legend story or the next day. The studio had a holiday party, so all these folks popped up in the studio, and there was one black guy at the party that wasn't with us. And then Cootie was like, "Hey man, why don't you come meet Kanye?" So he come in the studio and we get to talking, and he told us that Ernie Barnes was his uncle. And, you know, we all from Chicago. We like, Ernie Barnes, like good times, Ernie Barnes, like. Right. So then the next day he come through. He bring his name Marcus Gradney. So Marcus G, he come through and he bring like some coffee table. What am I saying? Coffee table books.
Oh yeah. Coffee table books.
Yeah, Ernie Barnes. And so we're just going through and just amazed by all the art, because you know you only get a handful on the show and what you can remember.
Right.
Looking at all this amazing art, and then Cootie was like, "Man, Kanye, you should have Mr. Barnes do your album cover like he did for Marvin Gaye." So then that led to Kanye and Mama West and Cootie meeting up with Ernie Barnes, and then later on, Cootie introduced myself and Chike, some other folk to Ernie Barnes, and then we just hit it off. Like it was wild. Like he just took us under his wing. So even with the painting that he did for Kanye, it was like this 10-foot painting, this beautiful, beautiful painting. You can look it up. You can Google it. It's if you Google Ernie Barnes, A Life Restored. A Life Restored, because he did the painting based on Kanye surviving his accident. And he called me up one day. He's like, "Man, Jay, I wrote this description about this painting I did for Kanye. He's like, you gonna be at the unveiling? Yeah, Mr. Barnes. I'm tripping that he on my phone. I'm like, yeah,
hello.
like, yeah. I mean, be there. He was like, man, I hate public speaking, man. He was like, can you read this description for me at the unveiling? I'm like, yeah, of course, man. We'll be honored. Next thing I know, I'm at the unveiling, standing there with myself, and then me and Ernie Barnes talking. So then it was myself, Mr. Barnes, and the next thing I know, there's Bill Withers. So then the three of us are talking, and then next thing I know is myself, Ernie Barnes, Bill Withers, and Diana Ross.
My Lord.
At that point, I didn't have nothing to say.
I'm saying, I mean, what can you say? First of all,
I'm just smiling and nodding, like just amazed, and yeah. So he just always just showed love. He made his transition back in 2010, but he would tell people that I was his favorite poet, and the foundation they named me the resident poet or the poet laureate of the Ernie Barnes Foundation. So different events and unveilings or new galleries. I've performed to open them up. I've written poems about Ernie Barnes. It's an honor. Like they had, this was a calendar. So this is from 2020. But the calendar last year, I wrote poems for all the art. Like, they had, his art is featured every month. So in the 22 calendar, I wrote poetry for all of the art. And it's just been it's been special.
Okay, family, you see what I'm saying? You see, Diane, hi there. Diane is joining us on our socials, and she's saying, hey, y'all, you know what? You see what I'm saying? Every single story, your life is so anointed. You are so anointed. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, I'm so proud for you. It fills me. It just really does fill me every single time. I read something else or I learn of something else, an accomplishment that you have. And I'm really, really happy that you and Tari are walking this journey. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Family, if you missed us saying so, J. Ivy, Grammy Award winning. I know, because you have to do that now. You don't just say J. Ivy. You have to say Grammy Award winning poet J. Ivy. Yeah, listen. There's another dollar sign. You must say Grammy Award winning poet J. Ivy he is in town in Philadelphia, but he will be performing tomorrow at City Winery. Doors are at 6:30, but the show begins at 7. Did I get that correct?
Doors at 6. So you get a meal, get some drinks.
There you go.
Let me tell you, like just speaking of Tari, like the performance, us together on stage is so incredible.
I know it's magical. I can't
wait for you. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Oh my goodness. Family, you hear this. You hear this. You hear this. Okay, for those who are just joining us, what he is talking about is performing with the love of his life. He's talking about performing with his wife, Tari Teray, with whom I know you are very familiar. Okay, I know you are. But if you're not, TARREY space TORAE. Okay. Tari Teray. Look her up. I promise you will not be disappointed. Okay. As we wrap up tonight's episode, is the part I hate. You know it is. I'm extending the utmost gratitude to you, family, okay? Because you continue to support Love and Life. And Ron, I am so sorry that we missed you. We are sorry that we missed you. We have love for you, and we will be ready for your call the next time you call. Special thanks to all of our guests tonight. In our first hour, we had Claudia Averette and ATIYA Smith. We've just had the pleasure of speaking with J. Ivy, Grammy Award winning, heavens to Murgatroyd, J. Ivy, I've got to remember to say that. That's right. For sharing their time, their energy, their attention with us, and all of the information that they've shared with us. Remember, tomorrow at City Winery, doors are at 6. Show is at 7. J. Ivy, his wife, Tari Teray, and a host of other family members that we know, and love. We'll be performing. Thank you to the entire WURD family. Special thanks to Ms. Kayla J for making sure everything in our world is running smoothly. Family, I say this to you all the time. I did not last tonight, but that was just a fluke. We are all in this together, okay? So be good to you, but be good to those around you, okay? Have a great night. Have a great morning. Have a great rest of your day. All that good stuff. Join me. Okay, be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 until 9 p.m. ET for another edition of Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Have a good night, y'all.
Yeah, much love.
What are you waiting for? If you've been enjoying the information and interviews WURD